started now. All right, welcome. What up? Choo! Northeast Disc Golf Expo done. Did 103 form reviews there. It's good. Good warm up because we've got 26 on the chopping block today. Yeah, there really are just a couple like recurring problems. It's not like there are 100 disc golf problems. It's like there are basically like 5 problems. So these are going to get more and more repetitive, I think. You'll start seeing a bunch of the same problems over. What is up? Oh yeah, I should take this and I should put it in our Discord. Once you're on here and I have your form for review, which I should have. Let me know so we can get started. Not going to be doing too much chit-chatting or answering of random questions today. If you are interested in that, then you need to go to our Instagram. And you need to follow us on Instagram. Because that's where I do the kind of ask me anything. And people ask me all the questions that they want to ask me on here. But with 26 of these things, we're looking at about 3 hours of work here. If I answer every question, it's going to turn into 6 hours of work. So... And I got lessons that I got to get to tonight, so that's not happening. Ooh. Let's see. Where am I putting this? Here. Here. Bloop. All right. Boom. Und wir live. All right, Magnumbo. Here we go, brother. Magnumbo. So it begins. Or I got to scoot to make this thing correct. Here. Get that arm a little higher. Ooh. So I sit up a little straighter. So you've got to slide. You see how your hand's in front of the disc here? In front. We've got to have enough space with the elbow. You've got to have enough space with the elbow back here, and you need your hand to be mostly on the outside of the disc, not in front of the disc like this. You will not get spin this way if your hand is here, right? Because now into the hit, there's no like little pivot happening. But if we have our hand, if you're positioned like this, where your hand's mostly on the outside of the disc, outside, front. And when you get this thing into the pocket here, same thing. Want the hand on the outside. That way when the extension happens, now we've got all this room for this backside of this disc to spin and hit into that extension versus here. And now it's got just here to spin. So you're losing a bit of whip, a bit of spin because of your hand position here. So get your hand on the back of the disc. It doesn't have to be all the way back here. We don't actually want it all the way back there, but outside of the disc here. And then get into this position. So you can work on slowly getting into this position here. And then throwing. So just work through that slowly, right? And you can't let this back shoulder beat your hand into the pocket. You can't let this get there, or else you're never going to get tight enough with it. The hand has to beat the back shoulder in. And then out. Should more of my weight be over the plant foot then? No. No, you want your head behind the plant foot like this. This is good. Unless, of course, you're talking about like forward bend. Like you need forward bend for sure. This way, which helps create some space. But you don't want to be over this foot here. That way. You want to be here, and this foot is out in front of the body. But getting this arm tight here with the hand towards, on the outside of the disc, towards the back side of the disc. My colleague, Chris Taylor, would say the hand needs to be on 7:30 or 8 o'clock. Yeah, no need to work on a dissertation unless it's a disc golf dissertation. When your mic flips, the audio is real bad. When the mic flips. Flips. Like kick flip. Flips. I'm not sure. It could be flipping, the flipping in my shirt. Yeah, he's talking about the when my shirt flips over. It's because my shirt's thin. Oh, yeah. There's not much I can do there. Not that I know to do there anyways. Hope it stays there. Okay, who's up? Who's next? GM. Here you are.
If you want to, just keep it on the outside, because it won't flip in if you keep it on the outside.
I mean,
like yeah, that way.
I think it's still gonna try, but hopefully it won't. So this is a bit of over rotation here, where you've got this chest forward. You can see where this back shoulder's at. Yeah. What I talked to Bodans about. Yeah, and don't lose the space of your pocket either. All right, so from here, you need the space of your pocket here. You've got to keep this elbow up and away. And you need to make sure that this left shoulder isn't chasing the disc forward here into your extension. It's got to go here, lots of space. And here's your extension. Here, lots of space, elbows away, into the extension. So don't throw that off shoulder forward. It's the hands come in tight. It's not throwing this part forward. Swing in, extend. Should I be tucking my arm on the other side of my hip then? Which arm? This on the other side. Oh, you're saying here. Like, should you be tucking your arm here? It just needs to come in. And the most natural place for it to come in, I think, is similar to where you have it. But the thing is I can bring it in without bringing my shoulder forward, right? I can get this thing in the same place. The hand can come here, right? And this time the shoulder's not being pushed forward. This time I'm driving with the back shoulder. Don't drive with the back shoulder. Get tight, then throw. I did beat you to Discord. Take that. About pulling the right shoulder versus push. What a good mental cue. Be thinking about pulling the right shoulder versus pushing the left. Pulling the right shoulder versus pushing the left. Yeah. You don't want to push the left. That's for sure. Yeah, it's kind of both arms come in. Whoop, whoop, and then you're throwing with the right. Not like pushing and twisting with the left. That I automatically turn it before the pocket. Yeah, you should be comfortably pronated in your take back, comfortably pronated in the pocket, and then it's going to turn into the hit. It doesn't turn before that. Yes, sir. Got lots of people on right now. Okay, let's find JC. There you are. Oh, yeah. The flexible one. Youth. The two youths. I'm pretty sure we talked about some of this last time. Let's see. Youths. Yeah, probably working on more coil first would be a good option. Which you're working on your left hand, like being down and not doing crazy stuff, but we could get this left shoulder like further back. And you have the time to do it before this foot hits. So as you're coming up, getting this left shoulder pulled back so you can wind up a bit more before you're hit. Here. Bigger coil. Your hand can stay tight. I don't know if your left hand will be able to stay like actually down for this. Let me try. It can stay low for sure. If like you're working on keeping it tight, you can still like have it low and be tight. It's gonna be higher, a little bit higher. It's not gonna be like down here, but you could be here. Boom. More turn as you stride. Spend the whole time coiling as you wait. I'd say that's the next thing. Are his feet too open? It depends on how much he's putting into it. I'd say like they're more open than they should be for this amount of coil. Right? I'd rather him spend this extra time that he's not coiling between here. Let's see. You see right here, now his shoulders don't get any further back really than this. It's just like minimal movement there. None, actually on these last bits. Like, just keep coiling. Tuk, 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 tuk. So he only needs if he doesn't keep coiling, then basically his step should be down here, right? So it's however long. It's 6 inches too long for this amount of coil, right? But he's obviously flexible too. Like, the feet being out here is not a huge issue. It's very Thomas Gilbert-esque. Now, if some of the 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds watching try to do this, yeah, it'd probably be too long of a step. That's it. Just throw a Berg. Yeah, let me just go through all these form views. Let's see. Yep, Berg. Okay, Ben M said he was here as well. See, hey, this is some solid coil right here. See what we're talking about? See what we're talking about? Glitch is where it's at, baby. Yeah, just get good, kids. Some people were triggered during that video. It's like, obviously you didn't watch the first, 2 seconds of the video. Okay, but you can't be against the Berg in, for the armadillo. You know what I'm saying? It's like... Okay. So this is over rotation here, where this back shoulder just continues to go around, and you can't really get the disc tight and then extended. Yeah, people were like, bro, the Berg's an amazing disc. Shut up. Paraphrasing. Like, didn't you hear me say that I like the concept of the Berg? Why you no use your ears? Okay, so over rotation. What I'm talking about is you're here, you get a nice position here, but then what happens is you start turning the shoulders here. So the disc never gets tight because your elbow is always moving. Your right elbow is always moving here, and then you can't really get a good extension away from your body. See that? So what we're looking for is, after you get here, and after you brace, this arm needs to beat this back shoulder. We don't want this back shoulder chasing the disc. It's backside gets tight into the body, arm gets tight to the body, your right arm gets tight to the body here, and then you extend. You've got this extension here. So you can get into this position where you've got all of this chest space. You had all this room to swing here. Doof. All right, so don't think about driving this back shoulder forward. Don't think about here. Get tight here. After your brace, get tight to the body. The arms in tight, right arms in tight. Extend. Slides in. Extends out. Bum, 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 ba, 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 bum, bum, bum. Yes. Bin. Yeah, if you think rotating the brace, you'll be in trouble. Yeah, whoops. Yeah. Sorry, just throwing you guys for like a loop there. The drill is just like be posted up on the front leg here and go slow. From your back swing here. Forward, out, forward, out. So. So the left shoulder should stop motion of the rotation until follow through. Yeah, look, the left shoulder. Look at what the left shoulder is doing here. You see how little movement it has? It's not driving. Tuk, 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 tuk. Right? And then when he goes to extend his arm, of course it goes forward because shoulders are attached to each other. Yes, the off arm is way different. Whoop. He goes, boom, and pulls the off arm in tight to the body, leaves it there, extends. Bum, 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 dum, dum. Dum, bum, 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 dum. Who else is here? Hello, Bodanza. Grev's here, of course. Oh, no. Oh, it all sucks. Oh, no, your nationals. They're screwed. Wait, are you getting form work before nationals, bro? Your nationals is a week from now, isn't it? I can't give you form work before nationals, dude. I'm not doing that crap. I'm not going to break you before nationals. Go work on your putting. And approach shots. Look, I'm not doing that. Delete. Service denied. Are you playing around today, though? Dude, I'd play around with you today if I get done with this at any decent time. What time are you going? Do you have to do stuff with the team? Anyways, message me and we'll see if between Form Reviewz and my evening stuff. Nope, I got around at like 2:30. I got to do. Okay, there's a round you have to do at 2:30. Well, that's probably going to be when I'm free. So, yeah, we'll have to talk. I'm not touching your form before nationals, bro. Just your most important week of the year. Let's work on form stuff. No way. That's your form review. It's worth it, honestly. Okay, who else is here? Okay, Fred M. And then Justin Curry. Fred M, you got nationals? Oh, yeah. That's that textured Florida concrete tee pad right there. The best. Here we are. We can meet up in person after nationals. Yeah. All right, forehand. So first, you're coming down on your toe. You need to come down on your heel instead of planting forward on your toe, so that these hips can come through like this instead of toe with the feet open. You kind of get stuck a little bit. That's first. Two, your left arm. When you throw, you need to peer over basically your left shoulder for as long as possible. And then this whole unit here opens up. And that's what pulls your right arm forward. Is this whole move here, right? It's not two separate moves and then you throw the right arm. It's heel. So we're over, and now we go, and we rotate this whole thing. We open up this whole unit here. And then we send the hand at the end. See how you're swinging your body around that. It's like your back hip's coming around like this because of this. Your like left hip's not letting you pull it back. Left hip needs to drive backwards as the right hip drives forward. So that's this rotation that we're talking about. There. And then the hand goes. Should my front foot be completely forward? No, not completely forward. It just needs to be, if your right foot's 90 off, it needs to be, we'll call it 20 degrees, maybe. Not 0 degrees, but maybe 20. So, yeah, if you go too forward, you probably open up your hips too early. Instead of here. Yes, definitely more explosive with the heel first. Did you might listen to the new Owl City album? Did you know that it was a new Owl City album? I cannot tell you what your putting stance would look like. I have to see it and then make suggestions based on lines and stuff. Yeah, brother. Someone asked me about that hat again. Yeah, there's a new Owl City album. It's great. He's like dabbling in like classical form, not classical music. Like it's not like blink, 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 blink. Annoying like that. But form. It's not like verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, chorus. It's like A, B, A, C, A, B, D, B, B. No, you're gonna have like, no, it's not straight out front. It's gonna be about 2 o'clock for a righty. Okay. Yeah, all the songs are like 5 minutes long. Okay, let me find. Okay, so we got a couple people. We got Sugar Knight here. I'm trying to remember who said that they were here first. Max P. Did he say he was here? Bum, bum, ba, 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 bum, ba, 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 ba. Okay, Max P, if you're here, you're gonna have to let me know again, because I can't remember if you said it or if I just read it so many times that I think you're here. Read it. Sugar Night. Okay. Well, you for sure braced harder. Like, for sure. And look at your shoe. I will say that you can work a little bit on the time making sure the heel gets down before your arm pulls forward. So heel needs to be down here before any movement with the arm. Or like you got to be fully planted. P McB doesn't necessarily go to the heel. He goes like more side of the foot. Calvin, same thing. But before your arm moves for the most part. So that's something that just like takes years for most people to get solidified. Water. So this is the issue here, I think, where classic over rotation you are pulling back with the left arm, but you've already rotated a little too far before that happens. Yeah. Bum, 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 ba, da, da, dum, dum, dum. So you're here, you're waiting for this hit, boom, and then this left arm starts sliding in forward here. And so it gets a little too far. If you pull your hand in Drew Gibson style, and it's like this, you know, instead of collecting here, like you have to have it collect here. It's got to get tight into the body here. It does not need to drive. So from here, don't try to force your left arm in. Don't try to force this back shoulder in. Let it collect, and we've got to get the right arm moving past that and out in front here. So we can extend here instead of driving with this back shoulder, and now basically your right shoulder and your left shoulder are going the same speed, and then there's an extension. It's like get everything tight here and then out. Off arm swim was a weird vibe. You wrote it correctly. My mind could not read it correctly. I was like, oh, he wrote this wrong. Let me fix it as I read it out loud. Nope, you had it right. Off arm swim was a weird byproduct of bracing harder. Yeah, because you feel it collect. Now we have to make sure that it just collects, that this left shoulder collects out of the way. instead of like continuing to go forward. When you hit that brace in these arms swing in, right? You don't want the left arm to continue swinging forward with the right arm. It stops tight to the body. So you can have this extension. Bum, 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 ba, 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 bum. No, I don't think you can master a new form in 5 days. Unless there is a way, but you may die. Is there any other big thing to work on besides the shoulders? I mean, this is pretty big. Like getting the shoulders not to move forward here is fairly large. After that, all you got to do is get it all timed up perfectly, you know? No, then you're going to need more coil here in this stage. But again, that's after. Yeah, if you had... Okay, you could either live but have bad form forever, or you could have good form for a month and then die. What would you do? And you could pick the month. It could be right before Worlds. You could peak at Worlds. Not worth it. Okay, who else is on? Let's get moving. Yeah, good form without a good mental state. Is that, is it just lost on you? Rick. Here he is. It's been a minute, I feel like. It's been a minute since I seen that bun. Interesting. Let's see how this plays out. This is going to present some problems, I think. Off balance. Back behind this foot here. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, over rotation. Impossible not to do with the walk up like this. Bum, bum, ba, 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 bum, bum. Choo. All right. So we've just got to work on the walk up. And this is just, you got to grind this sucker out. First, let's get your left foot. Oop, let me see here. Instead of having your left foot go and flare and go this way, have your left foot go forward in flare. It needs to be a forward step here. And then this is also a forward step. And the next forward step with this cross foot. Forward step with this cross foot. And then we coil. And we don't coil until the very last step. So here's how you practice. Copy me exactly. Clip this or whatever. Bloop. That way. Side on. We're going to stay side on during this step. And now we're going to coil. Let's see, is there another view that's helpful? I'll go from this way, just so you can play this back. Let's see here. First step, flare step, side step, coil. And grind that sucker out. Oh, Justin Curry is here. Thanks, Sean. O'Brien. Another O'Brien. Related? Yeah, all forward steps. And then the coils happen within those. Every minute you put into practice, just like slitting, that's for everybody. It's like you're not going to get away from the work of getting the walk up correct. It will screw up every other form problem. And there's like, if you've got a walk up that's turning you completely backwards, there's no point whatsoever in working on other stuff, unless you're going like from a standstill, right? But if you can have a walk up, practice it until you can't get it wrong. What in the world? Okay, no. Justin, what is your username? Wizarp. Net versus feel for form work. I said at the beginning of this stream that I'm not going to be able to answer a bunch of questions that aren't like related to these people's form, because we had 26 of these people, and we're working through, but we had 26 and 27 because I don't have Justin in here. But follow us on Instagram, because like just yesterday I was doing a live stream where I just answer these types of questions. So that's the best place to go. But network, I'll answer your question. Network is good for when you're trying to get the form to look correct. Field work is when you're trying to get it to feel correct, and you're like using what's happening with the disc as data. So nose angle and stuff like that. Okay, let me see. How would I have that? Yo, Mikey, can you check for J Curry 3030? Okay, who else is here? And while Mikey's checking, can you check that you sent it with all the correct info? Who's her? J Curry 3030? Yep. Last thing I got from him was February Okay. Yeah, Mikey didn't get it. Justin, so. When are you coming to Western New York to do a clinic? Good question. Probably when it's warm. And the logistics have to be correct. Basically, it has to be worthwhile for us to come out there. So, not opposed. I'll be going to Snyder, Texas later this month to be doing 5 free clinics, free to the attendees of Jeff Barrett's tournament. More information on that coming later. Okay, cool. Which one first? Thinking. That's supposed to be coffee, but it's not. It's water, basically. Okay. Well, here we go. From the hit instead. So let's actually start planted here. Right now, what you're doing is you're like transferring your weight on top of your front foot and going over here. Right, so we're actually going to start here on the right leg. And we're going to be bent over at the waist here. And I just want to work on being posted up and not having this turn here. So we'll just start here. And I'm going to hold it like this so I can actually swing and show you without breaking stuff. Here. You're just trying to keep your head and your chest here. And throwing. We're getting nice and tight to the chest here. And then the extension. So we're just trying to get into the hit here. And then when you actually do it, you can go from here, like you were set up to do, and then roll this way. Instead of here, rolling down, and then kind of rolling back up, right? So we'll just start with the disc a little bit vertical like this. And hit. But head, chest, here. Not turning. Shroud. Dude. Imagine. His elbow's good. He just like needs to maintain the space. Right, so this is where like having the disc a little bit vertical at this point. And then vertical at this point will help create that space. Right. Here, there, there, versus here and it being tight, here and it being tight. One more time, just to be safe. So you'll be here. Your disc can be down like that. You can actually just start from here and go into the hit. And then eventually you can get a little more of a backswing. Yep. And then eventually you can start looking at a walk-up and stuff. Yes, sir. Next. You added him onto... yes. I see. So it's 27 today. Oh my gosh, it's a vertical video. Left arm screwing you up a little bit. Yeah, it's funny on Instagram. Like once Chris Taylor and I were talking, like once this back shoulder gets in front of the disc here, you're pretty much done, though. You see here how it's all just rotating forward together. At the same pace. So here, it's all kind of coming in together, right? Ooh. But here, nope. It's not all just like rotating forward. You see, if we do it like this, the hands are kind of spreading apart here. Wow, getting further apart. Your hands are going together. All right, so you've got here, and you've got everything kind of going together because this left arm's leaving like super early, and you're getting here, right? And now it's like your disc is outside here. We need to make sure that when it collects, when they swing in kind of together here, that this has beat the back shoulder. And now we start getting into this separation, kind of spreading the wings here. Idea. So tight, and the wings are stretching away from each other. Right? That kind of move. Tight, not having this back shoulder beat. Tight, open. Extend. Don't give chase with the trail shoulder. Mm-hmm. Man, you know when your shadow swings just feel like you're gonna crush, and then you go out and then you don't crush. That's where I'm at right now. Feels like, man, throwing 500 for sure. Go out. 250. Dum 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 dum. Dum dum bum bum. Any questions, Jake Curry? I don't answer that question. It's generally not helpful. The how far do you throw question? I'm not ashamed about how far I throw. It's just not helpful question for me to answer. Not that you intended any malice. Not that your son intended any malice. I know coaches that throw far that won't answer that question. Throw far, far. But yeah, first available tree. I've discovered a trend of putting yips with coaches. Some of them. But how far is far? Oh. Sure. Didn't he send some? Did I already look? Wait, what's happening? Oh, there you are. Hiya. Oh, yeah. Back view, vertical video. Just too tight to the body. This elbow position is getting you in trouble. Oh, I was just absorbing it before I... So we need to track more space with the elbow. Yeah, the AI thumbnail is great. Do cold discs not go as... You don't throw as far on the cold. That's for sure. So, from this view here, what I want to see is that the elbow has space to the line the whole time, right? And that's where people are like, it's a big thing right now because of something, I don't know, some video or something where Gannon said something another about keeping it here. Like, one, this is a nice loose position with the arm to be prone. It's comfortably pronated like this, right? And then, two, it helps keep the arm from dropping here, right? So the tendency is if we supinate actually back here, the elbow wants to be a little closer to the body, right? So let's get this elbow out and away, and it's fine if the disc is like this. And then as we come forward, this elbow has space and the disc can get tight to the body without this, right? So we want to stay kind of side on, slot this elbow almost the whole time forward into the hit, and then throw. Right, delaying the, giving space for the disc to get in close is important. So. All right, you're pulling your elbow, because it's tight, you're pulling your elbow off your line here, which ends up having you throw from the back shoulder a little bit. Here, space, elbow away from the body, just work on tracking it. Out. I hope so. So I could have excuses to have some extra meters left hidden in there. Yeah, that just means, like, unfortunately, that just means that you have to spend more time practicing at slower speeds and slowly ramping up the speed. So if you can get it in practice, but you can't get it full speed, that means that you haven't worked the middle speeds between practice speed and full speed. Yet you're jumping too quickly to full speed. Bill Baldridge. What are my chances of getting to 400 between 400 and 450? 47 years old. 6'2". Been playing 2 years. I mean, 6'2" helps. Most people who throw over 400 have been playing for at least 4 years. You've hit... Oh. That's unfortunate. Yeah, you've just got to slowly and intentionally work kind of that track with the elbow. No, I'm not going in order of videos submitted. I'm just going based off of who's here. And then I'll go in order if they're not here, and then I'll put timestamps in the Discord if they're not here. Gotcha. Let me see. Do I gotcha? Yep. Yeah, you were the very last one on the list. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty big problem, I'd say. But yeah. I wouldn't work on anything else. Mm-hmm. So the issue is over rotation. Well, actually, the issue is this X step, making it hard for you to not rotate into the plant. Mm. Well, here, like your hips are back, right? So getting into this next step, you're already spinning open here into this plant. Look at this. With your right leg. And it's going to make it hard for you to get a nice like lateral brace. From this. So if you get back here, like the point is for us to go forward and stop, right? And the further back you are, the harder it is to actually get a true forward move and a stop, right? That's why generally we go sideways, because it's easy to get a stop sideways here, right? But we do want some coil, so it's like our hips go a little bit back after the X step, and then we stop on this front foot. Right, so what you're doing is, or what you need to avoid doing, is you're here, and then you're going here, and getting back. Here, twist. See that? So you're here, twist. And now you're going to pick this foot up, and you won't be able to get a lot of hip-shoulder separation because you're here unless you start twisting open these hips during the stride. So this would be a walk-up thing. Left foot needs to flare, right foot here. Now don't turn during this step. You're turning a step too early, basically. You need to delay the turn until your right foot's up, and then turn. So I'll lay those out again. It goes left flare step, but it's forward. Right step here. Still side on. Still side on, importantly, through here. And then we turn. and then the plant. And then you can go. But that's causing some other issues right now with this kind of like spinny throw like that instead of plant and throw like that, where you're not just opening up. Well, good. I'm glad it makes sense. I'm not sure how much fitness level plays into it. Like, depending on your definition, you just need to be able to accelerate, Bill. That's the thing. It's like, if you can accelerate and you can get your body in the right positions, then you're good to go. The thing that form does is it gives you room to accelerate. But at the end of the day, if you know how to move a disc, you know how to move a disc. Good form, bad form doesn't matter. Like, ideally, good form would help you accelerate faster than bad form, or give you room to accelerate faster than bad form, not make you accelerate. That's the thing. Is people think, if I get good form, I'll throw further. Like, not necessarily. You can only accelerate so much, right? So some people, they get good form and they don't know how to accelerate, and their form gets better, and they're still throwing the same distance because they can't accelerate. If you don't have the rhythm of the throw, the feel of the swing, when to accelerate, how to accelerate, you're not throwing far, no matter what. Accelerate comes from moving your hand faster. It's like if I'm throwing this, like there's good form, and then there's good form that's quick. Not everybody's going to be able to throw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, no matter how good their form is. So, who else is here that I might review? If not, we're about to start. Dropping some time codes in the Discord. I have not done you. Here we go. You're next. No, you're not late to the party. You're on time for your own form review. Let's see. Oh, this net looks sturdy. So you are uncoiling during the last step. In other words, like, see how your hips are back here? They're like a little bit back. And then boom, they're like totally open here. You get in this horse stance, as Seabass would say. Right, and the shoulder is not very far back. Like, we see your entire, like, left pec here. See here, we definitely don't see his left pec. We don't see his right pec. We see his right shoulder blade. and his hips are a little bit back. Right, so that is all coiling. So what you need to practice is your walk-up looks decent. What you need to practice is from this position here, where both feet are down in the cross, when you pick up your right foot, you need to start turning this shoulder backwards, or you need to start, right now we're side on to the target, I need to show the target my entire back. Like that. Right, and now you can see the writing on the back of my shirt. From this side on view, that's what we want. Here, and we need to start turning, 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 right? And that happens as we step, as we stride on this last one. So we go boom, boom, and now turn and stride at the same time. You might also think about taking this left shoulder and pulling this left shoulder towards the target. Does that make sense? Very simple in theory. It needs to be worked out in practice. And that's the way to do it. Like just boop, 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 ratcheting it back. What? I don't see a bird. You're yanking my leg. You can test and see your range of motion. Unless you have like a severe lower back problem, you can probably coil back more. But it'd have to be pretty severe. Bum bum ba ba dum dum ba 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 bum ba 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 da dum do do do. Oh, I totally missed it. Michael Babbitt was in here. What up, bro? All right. Looks like I'm to the point where I've got to start putting timestamps in the Discord. What was that software called? This is on Form. What's up, Mijo Baby? Okay. Okay, I shouldn't do that. Okay. What am I trying to do here? I'm trying to put a timestamp in. Where are we at? So we're at 1. This is one of those fancy keyboards. Try again. 1:30. Whoops. 1. Do the next one. Dalton. Ooh. Dalton G. Nice. Dum, dum, we'll begin with a spin in the world of your imagination. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This right elbow just needs to slide forward a bit more. You're running out of room. I'm running out of room. So when you're back here, everything up to this point looks good. From here, once this brace hits, this stuff slides and collects tight to the body, forward in here. Right? It slides forward, not rotating around here. It needs to come in from here, tight into the body like this. Here. And that way you have no need or desire to go from here and start turning this thing up. Just keep this thing on that same angle that you have back here, and it slides forward. And then from here you can start spinning it out, like supinating it out into the hit. See how you're just going into this? This back foot's just, you're like spinning this back foot instead of letting it collect forward and slide forward. You're here and you're going, and now it's time to, sorry, I did that not the way you're doing it. Here's how you're doing it. You're here and you're going, and you're spinning this back foot here instead of bracing and letting this all slide forward, having this all collect here, and then you can throw out. Collect straight forward, then throw out. Yeah, you can see this backside going. And opening up. Hit. Slide forward. Slide forward. Throw out. I am unsure. Swamp Thing. I would be interested to know the answer to that. What is up, Christoph? Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, the wide rim drivers are hard to keep nose down because of their profile. Because of the way their wing is. Okay. Come with me. Bum ba ba da 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 do 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 do. Lefty. Let's see if that X step works out for him. He's already unloading, looks like. That's it. I didn't know what it was. But he's definitely using the wrong hand. Good catch. Good catch. I would spend a lot of time on one leg if I were you. For a couple of reasons. One, the overstride here. The X step's pulling you backwards, and then your rotation moving forward here. See this? Starting to rotate everything here. Right, so you're like collapsed all the way through here. And then you're super far forward with the chest by the time you got here. So I'd start from the hit. All right. So starting on your left leg with your right leg behind you here. Balancing over. Just want to see the chest and everything stay here. Back leg behind you for balance. You're accustomed to having your back leg here and spinning, and the leg's just stuck back there until eventually it comes all the way around at the end. We just want to start here on the left. just focusing on keeping the head here. You notice your head's turning. You're trying to open up everything with the head and the shoulder. Keep it still, keep it quiet here. Right, and then you can go to throw. Oops, that was close. I almost lost it. Good thing the pinky was there. Yep, and I would just do that for a while. I'll go righty here now just to get the full swing. Every short hole that you have on your course, go crazy with it. Forces you to be way more quiet with the rest of your body, and so you can actually focus on what the arm and the body needs to do at the hit. And then after you've done that, then we can talk again. Yes. My lefty shadow swings are getting better and better. Where are we at? 142. Yeah. 41. Let's call it 43. Keeping the nose flat on forehands is just like be more pronated into your hit. Here we go. Gosh, we're back in this room again. It's a good room to be in. Okay. Yeah, we talked about this grip thing last time. Right, this is thing number one to be fixed. It's like pulling thing here. All right. Right, so first off, the grip is like this right now. Get this thing all the way, like here. Just get it all the way in your hand first. Right, and have your fingers come in kind of diagonally like this. But let's get it all the way in the hand. I know, front loaded, back loaded, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is a different... Right, this is a different beast that we're tackling here. If you backloaded everything, it'd be better than what we're doing currently. Right, so get that thing all the way in the hand, and we're just going to work on keeping the hand on the outside of the disc the whole time for as long as possible. So there, so the outside of the disc, we're going to call it, you know, here you can see just a sliver of the disc, and we're going to keep our hand kind of like this the whole time. It's not straight, it's not out, for sure not out. It's like a little bit bent in. And we're just going to keep that the entire time. And you're going to watch your hand the entire time. And keep it on the outside of the disc for as long as possible. So it's just this last second where it's not on the outside of the disc. Watching, making sure nothing crazy is happening. Cool. Pick up the speed just a little bit. Right? Slowly picking up the speed. Watching it the whole time. Making sure that if it starts doing this, we're going to see it, and then we're going to correct it right away, and then we're going to start over. So here, it starts doing that, we correct, and then we start over. We don't move forward anymore until this thing stops. Elbow, nice and away from the body, is super important in order to be able to do that.
I want to see something cool. Check this out.
What about 3 steps up?
Okay.
4.
That's going down. It doesn't look natural. It's hefty. I get my headphones. Oh yeah. We still have more money. I forgot. We're rich.
Put in those proxies next.
Yeah.
Might be able to do that soon.
I think so.
Just as soon as... If we got proxies, what plastic should we get them in? Putting proxies, not throwing proxies. So we're looking at soft, normal, or firm electron. Would you say your style is more front leg centered? Yes. Okay. Where are we at? Medium electron of the cosmic blend. I'll have to check the custom stamp options. To see if the cosmic blend is an option or not.
Ooh, cosmic blend.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be sick.
See, I was thinking that people would like the soft more. But unsure. I'm unsure. So I'm asking.
Yeah, definitely ask, because I did not think people would like it.
Soft is money. And we've got medium electron cosmic blend. Overthrow hats? Good question. Soft electron nomads. Don't we have a couple soft, or at least one soft electron nomad? But not a bunch of them. Not OT. Okay. All right, everybody loads on the back foot and then transfers onto the front foot. Mm-hmm. So this is an overstagger. Like if you don't need to go this wide. If you just coil, you'll be fine. You're stepping in front of your disc here, and so you're taking your space away. Now your hand's in front of the disc, and you're like too scrunched up. Your elbow's too tight to your body and stuff like that. Right? You kind of had to do that because of how you staggered in this way. Right? Your disc was going this way, and you crossed in front of it. So they're going to intercept, or should I do it like this? Your disc is going this way. Your stagger was going this way. So at some point, they're going to run into each other, which is called rounding. So work on using your walk up to create space for the disc, not take it away. I'll do it lefty. So I've got space away from my body right now. And so the disc can be here, tight to the body, and I can still have a longer lever. Are you trying to get in?
When you're ready.
Okay. Zap here. If you cross here, now you completely lose the disc. And the only way that I could get the disc to where I need to throw is to pull my elbow tight to my body here and then swing around here. Right? So it's kind of no wonder like your pocket is collapsed when you walk across your line like that. Right? So instead, you go right foot forward, left foot here. Here comes this, and now you just turn the shoulders back, but I still step towards my target. So I step towards the target and I'm here. And now you can still see that the disc is got plenty of space to come around without me dragging my elbow forward and then losing my space, right? So we have to get our walk up correct in this regard. There. Straight but flared with the right. Straight step, but now we're side on. Straight step again, still side on. And now we're going to step forward, but we're going to do this with a turn. Plenty of space, post brace, here, into the extension. And then the rest of it can come around. Dude, Oki, don't bring that low-level argument in here, brother. His form does not make him wrong or right. So. Don't attack the man, attack the argument. Where is Paul's weight? His form should not be proof of what Paul's doing. This is not... Every pro has their weight on the back foot during the X step. Okay, let me catch up here because you guys... Okay. Apparently, Paul McBeth is putting weight on his back leg throughout the throw, like 80% of it, etc., etc. Others like 20%. No. They all have it moving back and forth like when you walk. It's transferring back and forth between legs as you go. Right? During the X step here, so where's his weight here? Not on his back foot while it's moving. It's right foot. So front leg, front leg, front leg, front leg, front leg. No leg. Back leg as he coils. So this is the loading phase. And nobody disagrees here. Here's where the disagreement happens. Right here. Where is his weight? Arms still back. Weight's not on the back foot. That's the discussion that's going around. He's not. Anyways, more on that later. Out of curiosity, do you know of any good coaches you trust in person or in Texas? Or specifically Houston or Waco? I mean, Texas has got a lot of coaches. I don't know their teachings. That's the thing. I know you guys have like a bunch of pros that are down there, but I'm not familiar enough with their teachings to say like, yeah, this guy. But yeah, sorry. What's up, John? Okay, let's go here.
Are you good to order real fast?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Let me change this to 201.
Heck yeah.
Oh, that's yourself in
there. Looking at Fuska.
Oh! I just remembered something.
Uh-huh.
You're coming into town this weekend.
Who?
John is.
John who?
King.
Do I know him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just dude, don't switch.
I know. It keeps coming up.
That's weird.
Dude, I'm not going to Charlotte.
I see.
Dude, we double booked.
You double booked. You double booker. Sounds like I'm just gonna have to take over, huh? I'll go to Charlotte, hang out.
Okay, what is happening here? A lifestyle bowl? What is that?
It's just like pre-made bowls that focus on different things.
Pre-made? Ain't no way.
Exactly.
Chicken al pastor.
Dude, that stuff's so good. Hey, comment if you tried Chipotle's new al pastor chicken. This stream is sponsored by Chipotle, just as a heads up.
Dang, really charge so much for guac?
Yeah, but it's guac, and they put an absurd amount, and it's filling. I mean, they give you like 2 avocados worth of guac. And avocados are expensive, so you can't even blame them. And they're fresh. They're not making too much bank off of guac. Give Mikey
there you go.
Hug.
Okay.
I'll give myself a hug.
Okie Traders.
Okie Joss.
Make your point again, and I'm gonna read, and I'm gonna try to understand your point. And then I'll respond. I'll respond after this next form review. And John, I'm gonna need to get back to you. I'll need to talk to Sarah. The fam was going down to Charlotte, but I totally forgot that you were coming in. This is what happens. Now my life is all on a calendar. And if it's not on a calendar,
Doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
Until it does.
Until you double book. Okay, hold on. What? Okay. So I don't recommend everybody send me this view, but this is a cool view to see. Like how far this back shoulder is forward before he starts hitting. Like you can tell that this back shoulder is all the way forward. His hand's here. So he's gone like all the way in front. He hasn't created a lot of separation here. So if we were in front of Simon here, his arm would be covering up basically the whoa, chill out, Josh. The like right side of his body here because he's extending out. Oop, there. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Here, you see that? It's way out this way from his left arm. Whereas his is in line. See that? Because he pulled this right shoulder forward. Here. And pulling the right shoulder forward here instead of being back here and keeping the disc over here and then having the right arm slide forward and the left arm slide forward instead of open forward, right? So what we're saying is we need to do this move essentially with the left arm, not this move with the left arm, right? This move bad, this move good. So here with the left arm, and then it stops, so it does half of this move to be exact. Slides in here, and then out, away from the body here. So it's here, out, away from the body, extension in front of you, away from you. Out here. Practice it slow. One leg drill is great for this. We already kind of talked about this a bit, but just starting on your right leg here. Get this extension away. Out, away from the body. Don't rotate the backside forward. Okay. As promised. Okay, I will read. The point was I was being told that most are barely loading up on the back leg. Most people, not pros, you're saying. Not pros with good form, I would imagine. As they drift in coil, not getting much weight shift, and I wondered how important that step was. Like, should I focus more on hip coil or shoulder coil when I twist on back leg and X step? Twist on back leg. And like, can you lean as you coil, or should my spine be straight? So this is where the coil starts, here. Shoulders start going back. He is leaned towards us, but he is balanced. Right. This is an Anheuser, a very big Anheuser, by the way, but it's there. Yeah, most people struggle to coil. So we are in agreement there. Like, yes, you need to coil here. Right here. You need to start turning the shoulders back. No argument there. And you do that while this front leg drifts. Correct. And then from here, what we're saying is it's a weight shift. Once you drift, you go boom and weight shift. Is the focus on the muscles above the hips or shoulders? It's all one unit. When you coil the shoulders back, the hips are going to go back too. The hips just don't go as far back, right? But his hips are definitely back here. They're not going as far back as the shoulders. Okay. Onward. It is, yeah. It's tough. It's a tough move. All these lefties today. This is the third one. Don't turn back here. Don't you do it. You can see the prep is like already happening for the turn. It's like, I'm going to turn here. Don't do it. I did it. And then here will come the spin. And the shoulder, the arm will be collapsed probably. Oh. Yep. Bloop. Huh. Yeah. Let's fix that. There you go. It's like you just do Form Reviewz as a make them righties. Okay. You're good. I wanted to make sure because well, anyways, I just wanted to clarify and make sure I listened to your point and responded to the point you were making. Not the point I thought you were making. I jumped in a little quick. Yeah. Wobbles caused by lack of spin. But being back like this is we want to delay the turn until that very last step. Another lefty walk up that I get to do. So let's start with your right foot flared out. And don't start twisting here. Just imagine you're stepping forward. Right? And we're just going to get our foot this way. Side on to the target. And then we're going to do the same thing. And we're going to keep this close to the body here. So we'll go here, everything's tight, everything's close. Here, everything's tight, everything's close. Here, everything's still tight, everything's close. We haven't rotated back. This is really important to be side on here. Right? And then we're going to get wide as we coil. Right? So we'll go close, close, close. And then you can stretch away from the disc. And then we're going to get tight again. So, again, this way, those steps are, let's go here. Right forward step with the flare. Left forward step towards your line here. Not turning or anything. Staying in a very similar position here. And then from here, now you can start turning. Right, so another way is like you can track my left elbow here. And once I get side on here, boom, the left elbow, it's out, away. Still out, away from the body. Still out, away from the body. Still out, away, still out, away. This makes it, if it's back here, and you get turned around in your X step, now when you go into your last step, it's going to have to swing around, which is just slower. Yeah. Yeah, preparing early only makes the last step harder. drinking it anyways. Where we at? Wait a minute. This isn't the Loreno that I know. This must be a significant other? Yeah, here's the twisties. Right, if we watch the... So we see the knees? They're here. They're gonna go whoop, whoop. Right. So instead of that, we want to post up on this front leg. And then throw the arm. So I'd recommend just starting here with most of our weight on the right foot. And then this foot being back here behind you for balance. This way we can't twist, right? We can only twist if we have this left foot down really. And then twisting both. So it's not so much of this motion, this like twisty motion. It's more of we're here and we keep this all kind of still. And it's this swing with the arm here, not with everything. Right? Boom. Boom. So if you can just get up on this right leg first, throw the arm, try to keep the head here, try to keep the chest here. Try not to rotate them forward like this or like that. Just here. Right? And then I might say when you try to actually throw, try to keep your hand kind of on the outside of the disc here instead of back here. Here, outside of the disc, boom. And then you can work that into a little standstill. Right. But one leg drill advised here so that we can learn not to rotate into the shot, but we can learn to throw. Yeah. Yeah, just like uproot where Mikey's wife does all her dissertation work and take her little desk out of here and just replace it with a net. I'm sure that'd be a popular move on his part. Dude, I can't imagine writing a dissertation. Oh goodness. Ugh. Never going back to school. Are you? Oh, well, hey, that's you more perfect. I don't have to, you better make it quick. You put the kettle on. Hiya. Because here you are. If I actually wrote the thing, I think defending it wouldn't be a problem. But man, defending it just seems way easier than actually writing it. You just go, shut up. Did you read it? Did you actually read what I wrote? That's all you gotta do. Defended. He's moving so fast. Okay, what's one back here? So you want the way to work on this that keeps your walk up, or the way that gets you better faster? That's like a legit question, right? Because some people just want to walk up, and you gotta know yourself. The X step is 2 backwards here, but the tipping going forward's a problem. Okay, perfect. You're doing 2 steps. That's great. Did you watch me just explain the 1 leg drill? Because that's first prescribed. Because right now you've got a lot coming from here to where you're coming over and you're twisting up. So the reason that your disc is like dropping down is because you're coming over the top here. Like that. So if you will stay with this 1 leg drill, it will force balance, get your back leg behind you like this. And your arm is going to extend out opposite of this leg, opposite of the counterbalance, obviously. Away. So there, and then when you start working that back up, I'm going to spend less time on that because you can go back and watch the person in front of you. Once you get there, now you can start from here, and you can go step, swing, full plant, swing, and start working from this step. Don't swing, just step into this balanced position here with your weight all on your right foot, and then swing. step, swing, step, swing. If you do that for a while, and if you do the one leg drill for a while, you'll feel a good hit. And then you can start, when you start working on the other stuff, and your X step starts going like this and screwing you up, you'll be like, where did that nice hit that I felt go? And then you'll know to go find it again and figure out what the problem is there. But if we don't fix this hit here, you won't know really to find it. You'll just wonder why your disc isn't going that far. So I would use that progression. I would go one leg drill, get this nice extension, and then starting in the one leg position, back to two legs, swing, which is now we're on the left leg, plant, swing. Make sure I don't ruin the dissertation by like. Does that make sense? Sweet. Okay, where are we at? Hello? Oh, here it is. Hello? What did I do? Whoa! I don't know what that is. I don't want that. I pressed F8 on accident. Those are the bad numbers. The scary numbers. I have reviewed you at the so first off, in Discord, in the Form Review check-in channel, I drop, if nobody's on and I just need to keep reviewing form, I drop the timestamp in there. With that being said, your timestamp, as I look in that channel, is at the 2 hours and 1 minute mark. I guess his name's being capitalized. Okay. Yeah, no, I do it during the stream because I really don't want to do it after. It would be better for like viewability purposes or like watchability if I did it during. But you know. Dude, this guy getting it in the middle of a work shift or something. It's like in the middle of a town. You do 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 do. Okay, so what to work on? I mean, this is quite nose up. I feel like quality of disc golf life purposes, I'm going to talk about nose angle for you. So, nose angle. No matter which way you do it, oh, food's here. No matter which way you do it, your hand's going to have to get in this position, right? Boom. There is nose down, right? Now, some people take this like wrist position here, called pouring the coffee, and they do it the whole time. So they might have this same wrist position down the whole time. Something wanted to tweak in my elbow when I was showing that for some reason. I don't like that. But down. So some guys just say, okay, I'm going to do that the whole time. So that by the time I get here, it's already good. That's one way. Second way is they're loose. And then back here, the bottom of the disc is showing to you a little bit into the pocket here. The bottom of the disc is showing a little bit. And then here, they supinate or they roll the back of this disc up until they get into that same position. Right? So that's what I'm saying. You're not going to get away from this position, which some people call ulnar deviation, whatever that means. That's your wrist position like this, right? So you can stay loose the whole time and then roll the front of the disc down like this or the back of the disc up when you get there, or you can just mash that wrist down the whole time and get there. Up to you. Up to you. Because right now what you're doing is you're going boom and you're rolling your palm like this. You're taking your thumb and you're rolling it down so that you're here. Hello. Instead of here. Right? It needs to be up. None of this. Flip it up. Here. Instead of here. And dude, if you change that, it'll change your disc golf life, I'm telling you. That's just one of those changes you're like, holy cow, I am throwing right now. In a good way. Not like throwing the match on Brawl Stars. You know? Okay, 5 left. Bum, 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 bum. $150 to your forehand. First, only be able to throw 100 feet. Hey, I know what he's doing here. I see what he's doing with the retriever. I see what's happening in the air. I could like lean in, or I could just blow it up. Why not just blow it up? Mm-hmm. Yeah, just look at the difference here in space. Yeah. Yeah. Look at the room he's got from his body with his elbow here. So when you're using this retriever, this elbow should stay on this side of the retriever. Should stay over on this side of the retriever. See how it's tucked behind you there? So early. Boop. Let me get Simon's walk-up line to show you. So Simon is here. Track his elbow. Here. Boom. And now the hand's going to extend out over here. Book. What? Bad arrow drawing? Arrow view has betrayed me. Elbow wide. Hand goes. Wait. Full extension. Your elbow's like really tight to your chest. This is probably not a helpful view to show, because the views are different. I should just compare apples to apples. Wait. Yeah. Last moments with disc. Yours is somewhere between here and here. Tight. Lack of space. Whew. I'm at that point in the form reviews where my brain's starting to fry. I gotta be careful. here. Extension. Nice space away from the chest. Space away from the chest. Instead of whoop, whoop, here. Right, where you've got your hand here, and then you've got short arm. Instead of nice long arm. And it doesn't have to get totally straight. It's probably better that it doesn't get totally straight for the sake of the elbow. But you need an extension away from the body. Here. Just go slow and work through that extension out on this side of you. Disc, this side of the body. Elbow, space away here, and then extend. And then you can start slowly speeding it up. Right, you probably need like a couple hundred reps in between like increasing speeds, not like I just did that there, where I moved relatively quickly through each of them. Wow, it's a loud notification.
Hey Josh, you gonna play today or not?
Yeah, I just have to get back before my lessons tonight at 5.
So, you think 2:30 might be realistic for Sandusky?
Yeah.
Cool.
Might even be able to get there a little bit sooner. This is a good example of like everything moving together. See this perfect like unit here? Dying. See how it's all just everything's carouseling forward together? And there's no real separation here. You gotta get your right arm moving way faster than your left. And this back shoulder doesn't just go forward with this. Watch here. Watch his back shoulder. See this? And now the right arm's moving much faster than the left. Because this left side's kind of staying back, staying tight. Whoa, that's not the shape I thought I had. As he accelerates his right arm. Gosh, allergies. I am not looking forward to allergy season. Right, so right now you've got everything going together. What we need to do is let's just freeze this left side with the one leg and have this moving out faster than the left. It's easiest to do when the left isn't moving. Boom. It's just tight here. And then, once you start getting into it, after you practice that a bunch of times, then once we step here and once we collect, so the brace happens with this step, boom, everything gets tight. So we go, brace, everything is tight. And then, send the right arm. Collect, send. Right, and that's where you start getting this spread the wings kind of deal. Start pinching the shoulder blades almost. Boom. Right, not everything spin together. Collect, send. Another lefty. That's 4. That's a record. For sure. I think 3 was a record. Work on bending over. Here, you're super upright. How bent over Simon is. Helps create very, very important space. So the bend at the waist, super important to create space for the disc to come through. I would throw on hyzers for a while as well. Like, you're going to naturally throw on hyzers if you start working on this bend. If you're like used to throwing flat, it's going to be, maybe you won't naturally. Most people naturally throw on hyzers when they do this because they're so over here in comparison to what they're used to doing. But it's important to learn to throw from this tilted position. Just being bent as you go to throw. Keeps your space here, so now you can have your elbow nice and away from your body. Right now, like standing up, what's happening is when you're upright like this, you're naturally pulling this across and collapsing your elbow. Like you can keep it up, and you should keep it up. But if you keep it up here like this, it's very easy just to pull everything into an Anheuser from being upright. So tilt here so that we can maintain space with the elbow. And then let's see what happens. But throw everything for a while. Just throw everything from a tilted position, right? And we can learn like how it's not tilted, or like how everything's from there is not just like a spike hyzer all the time. But for a while, throw, and if they're all pretty severe hyzers, throw flippy stuff for a while. Just do it just a month. Just spin a month. Like always bending over and then adjusting disc selection for shot shape. Right, until you're throwing everything from that position. This is one of those things that people just like fight against so much. I'm not saying you're going to fight against it, but it's like once they start, it's like, oh, they can't like get past the everything's on hyzer phase, and so then they like bail out of it. But it's like obviously pros are throwing from this position to throw their hyzers, flats, and anhyzers, right? Not rollers or sky anhyzers or something that are like knifed, but tilt. That's what's needed. Vertical video. Boo. It's just a tradition at this point. But I could see better if you get sideways. Okay. So the collapse pocket, the disc is up on the backswing. Makes it super easy to do this. And then which to work on. Yeah, I was trying to decide what was more important. I think throwing from a planted position first. You see how you're moving your right arm as your foot is hitting the ground, like you're already forward swinging. That's an issue, but oops. So is this this like position where your back shoulders beat you to the throw here. First, let's talk about this. The elbow needs to be away from the body. You can find this position by putting the disc on your sternum, grabbing around the back. This is how high your elbow needs to be, right? Now, you can have a droop like this and be comfortable, and you should have that position on the backswing, on a full backswing. And then it needs to slide forward into the pocket, same thing. And then it needs to go out of the pocket and roll over like this. But here, elbow away. We need this space. Now, instead of working on like the brace timing, I would work on not having your shoulders coming forward like this and your back shoulder being where you throw from. Here. Same deal here, front leg. Getting this extension. Out, 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 without moving the chest and the head. And then working backwards a little bit. We're not going to do a full backswing here. Just going to extend out. Stay here. And then after you practice this hit, easy follow through. More important to get the hit. Then we can start swing. I hold it like this to make it easy. Just swing inside without losing a disc. But then eventually you actually throw from this. Right? Spend a while doing that, and then you feel what a good hit is. And then we can time it with the brace later. But this position is mimicking. You've already planted and you have not thrown yet. Hey, another forehand. Okay. That's probably yeah, that's gonna be an issue. Okay, so issue imminent here. This right foot being backwards is opening up the hips here. Now we can't use them really because they were wide and locked out like that, right? So his right foot's going to be trapped back here, right? Causing him just to push with the arm. So your right step, your right foot when you get here needs to be no more than 90 off the target. We don't want it forward, but we don't want it backwards either. Because from here, now when you step and take this last step, now we're locked out with the hips. From here, we can't rotate the hips. So instead what you want is you want to be basically here, like actually just starting from totally side on here. Disc out in front of you. And now we step open, right? And we step with the heel here, right? So get in this position. Elbow out in front of the body here. Wrist laid back. Opposite hand shooting across, maybe on the disc. Now we step forward with the heel, and from here you should be able to, well, as you step forward, you separate the hands. But from here, you should be able to move the disc forward like this without moving your arm in relation to your body. Here. Right? Again, try to do it like this, try to put this foot backwards and then step forwards like this, and now try to get the disc forward only using your hip. You can't do it. This has to be side on. Then you step open with this foot, or a little bit towards the target, not all the way. And now we can move this whole unit here. And now we've got a nice little pop with the hand. Boom, and then snap. Right? Way better than having huge momentum with the legs, being able to actually use them. All right, friends. That's it. I'm going to go take care of some stuff. I will enjoy my foods. I'll call you in a bit, John, and we'll figure out what's up with what. All right. Peace out.